Loud today inside Davis-Wade Stadium. We're expecting that today on now both sides of the ball, as we've learned, Vol fans bringing in those cowbells
I love that
today.
idea. That
it's
is
a great idea.
There's not a cowbell left in the state of Tennessee.
Yeah, you cannot find them. But Coach Heupel was asked this week about how the offensive line specifically is going to handle that noise.
You know, the uniqueness of it sound-wise is what is a part of making this league really special too. For us up front, absolutely, the communication starts with Sam, and then being able to get all five, but your tight ends, everybody in sync as far as your targets, and then, you know, your double teams and all of that comes off of it, and that will be important in this one. You know, crowd noise, structure recognition, all of it.
So it brings up a good question. How do you manage all this noise in an environment like Mississippi State? You did not play in Starkville, but
No.
you know what that environment's going to be.
The Swamp was always the hardest place, in my opinion. I always thought playing in Florida was a really challenging place to play. I mean, they were loud, they were motivated, that was a time when they were extremely successful. They were winning national championships. So it was a really hard place, a really tough environment. It really comes down to, you know, being loud as a quarterback. I mean, when you communicate, be as loud as you possibly can. Let that offensive line know what you're expecting of them. But also in the way the day is being played, when they're pointing to, you know, who the Mike backer is. You always see the lineman, they'll point. Well, they want to make sure that you're on the same page, because you don't want to leave someone free. If you mess up who you're blocking assignment, those breakdowns cost you sacks. Sacks then lead to long down and distance, and then you put yourself in a bind early on, and it's harder to move the chains.
So we saw them in Atlanta, of course, a bit of a split crowd, probably favored Tennessee.
Definitely.
You have talked about Sam Pendleton all year and the importance of the communication, specifically, I mean, the entire offensive line, but specifically between the quarterback and the center. What's that relationship look like, and how impressed have you been between the two of them gelling so early on in the season?
Yeah, early on, I mean, their communication seemed to be really solid. But also, that communication between the two of them is so crucial, that they're on the same page. And then, as a quarterback, you have to communicate it to your wide receivers and running back. At the same time, Sam Pendleton is actually communicate with his other offensive linemen. And so that communication, even though quarterback kind of runs the show and is the field general, the other field general on the offense is the center. That's really communicating the most crucial downs. If a wide receiver runs the wrong route, sometimes you can make up for it, right? You don't want your left tackle to miss assignment.
Overall, how confident have you been in this team, and how confident are you today?
You know, I think sometimes I have too much overconfidence, but I really feel that our defense is going to play better today. I just got so much respect, and I think that Coach Banks does such a great job. He and his staff have just done a phenomenal job. They've got some, they got some players back that's going to be able to be very helpful. But I just think the confidence, it all goes to Joey Aguilar. I mean, he's done such a great job this year, and when you have a quarterback playing at such a high level and you got confidence in him, if we as fans have that much confidence in him, imagine how much confidence that offense has in them. And we're going to have that same thing happen today on defense. You're going to see somebody emerge and rise on that defense that's really going to be a game changer.
What do you think about the receivers so far?
Oh, my goodness. I mean, that was a question.
I knew he was going to say that.
Look, as a quarterback, you're always thinking, who's your guy? Who is the guy that you're going to throw to? I mean, we got so much talent there, but that was a question mark going into it. How are they going to, I mean, did we think Brazel was the guy that was going to lead, or Matthews? They've done such a great job. Joey's done a great job of spreading it throughout the offense. But they're so confident in themselves catching the ball. That's why Joey's thrown it up a couple of times and said, hey, go over and get it.